Storm's still in the pool as well, but again, like Polaris have really, really good lockdown, so I think it makes any hero like. Okay, he's daring. He's daring. I mean, this is the Yopaj puck. This man made such a huge wave at Singapore Major with this hero in his.
John, while we're here, top lane, Mavis and Natsumi against FBZ and Tims. How are we feeling about this matchup? In fact, pot lane. Oh, they've got him. Skem. He'll get it eventually. With the homing missile setup, Skem is able to secure first blood. Now, this ball of light, Jackie will chase him down. One more hit will do it, though. He's trying to abuse that fog, and he's actually gotten away. Very nice from both supports down to the spot side.
Just managing to get out in the nick of time. You're still not stopping
Mid
Jackie
lane.
from farming, although.
Yeah, Lelouch, sorry, John, we can't let you talk. Your punch is going to secure the kill. Solo 1v1. It'll go right back towards the fountain. Xavius. Missile going to be thrown out, but he's going to be just fine. Instead, they want the stacks to be taken, and they're going to take all of them. Lelouch, he does move his way in, but he could be in danger. Yopaj, or rather Yopaj, he does have that dream call and does commit it. In they go, but who do they want? They want Mavis first on the Bane to make sure there's no shenanigans. They will secure him. They completely ignore the Tiny jump.
You just need your Tiny to be able to jump in, along with a Blink of Force, which is a lot slower on our Sand King considering that lane. So you need those blinks up, you need to be able to gap close, catch a hero off guard, and kind of run and gun while your Terrorblade's farming up, and it's just not coming out fast enough. It's still early in the game though, although.
Paj mid lane in danger as the silence does land, but he does still orb away. Bottom lane, Force also in quite a bit of trouble as Jackie again. Gonna be able to take the kill on the gyro, no problem.
It's not where this kind of draft really excels. And it's all hinging on those blink timing. So maybe for a couple more minutes, we're not going to see that aggression out. You are close to Lelouch's blink, 300 gold away. Force still a long ways off. And speaking of Force.
Yeah, Force. Very, very rough times here, though. A nice nightmare to juke out some damage, but it just doesn't matter. This is your Sand King, John, that you're going to be relying on to initiate every fight. You know, he's not even going for anything before the blink dagger. He's just going straight blink Roshan, where you can't quite blame him. That is going to mean he's basically and does on Mavis. So both sides know exactly where they are. Force will jump in with the blink and Burrow strike into the avalanche toss. It's a lot of damage. FBZ already gone. They got a dream call off and they might try to turn Yopaj in. A two-man balance strike, and when the relocate out, they've got so much damage coming in from Jackie. It's already two gone. And Lelouch, he can try to run. He might even make it, in fact, with a great toss back and the relocate out.
To cut off Polaris from getting that opening, they might be able to catch out Jackie and Skem though.
Lelouch gonna try as the Fiend's Grip is there, but the problem is Skem is just freely able to tether and regen up, so no damage is flying out. Jackie's alive, still they keep going, but the IO is just freely doing whatever the hell he wants. And you saw the confusion there from Lelouch, though he jumps in again, and this time he's got him. But it's gonna cost his own life. Can they find more here? Boom Esports, they'll go for a third. That'll be Xavius to drop. Sure, you get
to avoid avalanche toss at the end, so they do still manage to find that punishment down in the mid though.
Yeah, Force. No space here for Force whatsoever. The fourth death for the Sand King this game, and already an 8k advantage for Boom Esports.
Around Force for he just tossed Force in the air for fun. You know, Lelouch is just letting loose again, as you know Polaris loves to mean, but it's hard to transition towards that big hitting core, and it doesn't feel like there's enough room with a TV as well as... Boom, do you go for a smoke play?
Yeah, Force, he should spot out the Monkey King, and Lelouch does move in with the toss out, but there's your Dream Coil. Soulbind, though, is out. Xavier's going to try and turn with his team, but who's really winning? Well, Natsumi, he's about to drop. He does get the Sunder off, but doesn't really matter. It doesn't. Mavis, he was holding the Fiend's Grip the whole time, but it does nothing. And still Yopaj is jumping around this team fight. Uncontested. Lelouch, at least he does TP out in time, and Force, he's going to move back in onto the gyrocopter, but do they actually have enough damage? It seems like they just may, but no. The stick charges that are in time. Force will go down. They will not get the gyrocopter, and they will lose 3 in total.
Do have ways of jumping in with the double blinks, but they've got to make it fast.
Still a jump in on Tims. At least you can take down this Monkey King and remove that scout potential. Though Tims has already gotten the information necessary, and Boom Esports have not backed off. They will continue roshing. And in the end, Polaris, I mean, you get the Monkey King, but they're not even going to try and contest the Roshan. they just don't feel confident enough to play with. Is it enough to actually take down Boom? I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, Jackie just got the Ags up. Epicenter, Inkswell is there. They're going to try and aim down Skem. Get rid of this IO. Can they get it done though? Skem's not dead yet. In fact, he'll survive. He'll tether back towards FBZ and now forces in trouble again. He'll try for the TP with the Sandstorm, but the Dream Coil is there from Yopaj to hold him down. And guess what, John? Vision or not, they've got Xavius. I mean, it's a decent attempt, but even if they got
A bit more than just the BKB Dragonlance and Yasha, but the Terrorblade can, to an extent, stand and fight. I think the high ground of Polaris is one of their shining points as well. They are smoked up here, looking for some punishment. We'll see if they find someone.
And Natsumi's going to be with his team this time, John, and he's got the BKB up. I'm going to just go for a bit of a surprise reveal with that. In fact, Avalanche Toss is there, but Yopaj, he just picked up the Aeon Disc. They can't burst him down. Thinks he got the Arcane Rune away, and now with the Burrow Strike Epicenter again onto the puck. He's still fine with the phase shift. Still Natsumi going to move in with the Metamorphosis, trying to get some damage off, but he's going to TP. He knows the fight's not going their way. They're still going to end up losing. They keep finding Tims, but that's all they're finding, John. They can't get Skem, and if you can't kill Skem, you're not going to win the fight.
Through the back line first, and it is, as we've said this entire time, still all down to just Sand King and Tiny finding a good angle to come in with.
Here we go again, John. Another smoke. So easy when you have a Monkey King to just give you the vision here for Boom Esports, and they'll scan out for the team. They're hoping for somebody to try and farm that mid wave, but oh, never mind. There's a scan out. They're going to find Mavis. Not the biggest kill, not the worst either, though. You would have much preferred Natsumi there. Certainly not. For high ground they go. Aegis or not. You've got Exorcism for the fight. Dream Coil up in 5 as well, so they're feeling very confident to try and take this one. Polaris. Maybe a nice toss back into the T4s could help delete Skem or Jacket. They're going to try now, but the BKB was too quick. And this Tiny will try to abuse a Shadow Amulet, but it's not going to work out. They have at least 4 time for Natsumi to have the Eye of Skadi just
slowly poking away without Exo here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
T3 tower going. That's a great balance strike. Japoy, he'll jump in, but won't commit the coil. Warning shots again here onto Polaris, just making sure they know what's about to happen, but a nice Avalanche Toss is there onto Jackie, into the Burrow Strike and the Feed Trip, but the relocate might be out. Scam, he gets him out in time. Jackie will reset and look to fight once again as they continue taking that mid-racks, and now they've got Natsumi on the Terrorblade. He will survive a bit longer as FBZ, he's the one to go down. In fact, Tim's just about to drop himself, but they've got Mavis, they've got Xavius, they might have Lelouch, but they've got Jackie instead. Polaris Esports, they are able to get a successful team fight their way. It was a messy one, John, and it cost them a few buybacks, but they get some kills. That Panarin to be taken. Skem now going to show himself. Polaris Esports looking for a way in, but won't rush for it. They are very hesitant right now. So instead, Roshan will get started. Lelouch though, a nice toss back. He's got FBZ, he's got the Death Prophet, and they've got the kill. No buyback available on FBZ.
In position to steal would force a round, but they've got to make it really quick, and is a massive risk, and they'll just play it safe. Hold out for the high ground here.
The Aegis up. Shards up as well for Jackie. That you end up winning that next fight. And that fight is coming very soon because Boom have moved in. Lelouch getting up the blink in, but does not get the toss off. He's tossed the creep away, and with that, the Runaway toss is going to hold him down. And that's a tiny town without buyback.
Oh,
Natsumi, where is he? He's got the MKB, John, but this is the last ditch attempt for Polaris.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Here we go. Dream Call's committed. He's got both supports there. Dagon out. Epicenter committed. They're just trying to do with FBZ, but Skem, he'll keep him alive. Barely going down. But now Natsumi, he's been left alone. They'll try to buy back in time, and they are there to allow him back to the fountain. But it's a 2v5 scenario, John. How do you defend this?
It's tough. You only have half time left in the Metamorphosis. You really need to find an angle with Sand King and the Tiny, and you're just not able to. And the side of Bloom realizes this. Just go for the tier 4. So they know they could try and end it right here, right now. No need for the Megas at all.
Yeah, screw the Mega Creeps. Get done my damn soft, Boom, say. Tier 4 towers are there. Balance just to keep Natsumi away. There's your run of Atos. Your Page, he'll start with the magic damage. It won't matter though, they're on to the Ancient. GG's been called. Polaris, they were one game away from finding the victory above Boom Esports. But they just couldn't get it done. Still a great fight out from these guys. But Boom Esports proved to be the better team today.
Yeah, they come in for the last 2 games, full cylinders fired up. Game 1 was a bit rocky. Polaris certainly looked like a very strong team in that, but the next 2 games, it looked like Boom just adjusted really well. They got the aggression they want on this lineup, and they start running around. Wipe the sweat off. You know, Yopaj will need that shower now, considering all the work and sweat he's put in carrying these games with his plays. But that is a really great team effort from Boom. Polaris, they had some ideas. They did the adjustment. They went for Sand King. They went for the TB first phase. Not quite enough. And despite having some hard hold for the puck, it just felt